All right, here we go. It's kind of like a part two. I did this job like 2 years ago, though. How to rat rod a patina job. So, 2 years later, the guy goes ahead and gives me his rims off his car, and here we go. Would have been easier to do it just the rims and let him put the tires on later. Yeah, it would have been, but you get what you get, and this is what I got. So I went ahead and taped it all up, papered it all up, and scuffed it up. And from there, just went ahead and added this white dusting on there. It's really just to give it a white base for some red oxide I'm putting on later. All right, so basically what I did was a finished job to kind of see what the heck I'm doing, and I'm kind of going from there. I don't want to spray all four of them at once, and if I get started doing them and I don't like it, I got four jobs that don't look good. So I want to do one job, make sure I like what I see, and remember the colors, and then kind of go from there. So after I go ahead and white it up, I scuff it up 400, 500 grit, spray a little red oxide on there, and just start working it. I'm going back and forth with it. I'm staining it. I'm hitting it with the airbrush gun. I'm hitting it with the sandpaper. I'm trying to make it look weathered, like 50 years of weathering. And what I'm doing right here is I'm overdoing the color and just really blasting in there. Taking a rag, paper towel rag, and just smushing it in there. I'm kind of giving you regular patterns. So it doesn't look like I airbrush it. It doesn't look it looks more natural. Rolled up a piece of red scotch Brite and just dipped it in white paint, just slapped it all over there. Kind of just take it and give it a base for my red oxide again and let it melt in together. And I stated this in the last video of this car. You know, you may know what you think what rust looks like, but just go find it. Go find pictures of it, go look at it, see it in a junkyard, look in your backyard, whatever, and it helps find the finished product like what I have here. Very irregular. I would have never thought about all this, but look at how it works now. It's all irregular, all the white markings. It looks like an old paint job that's flaked off. It looks very weathered. So here I go, keep on working on the same rims, add some more details, more scratch work, going back and forth. And as I'm doing it, I'm looking at the other rims and kind of tweaking them out too. So I'm not just doing one at a time, I'm doing all of them at a time. All right, here's a little trick. To get a splatter effect, I take an old mixing stick, stick the gun on there, spray it so it's spraying onto the stick. It builds up off the edge and the air pressure splatters it all over the surface. So it gives it a very irregular pattern, looks like a lot of speckled rust pitting. I'm also just scratching the paint just to give it even more weathering. Even after I'm done, I scratch into it to give that look like someone just took an old bucket and a big old scrub brush and just really scrubbed on those rims back in the day. As you can see here, I did it around the seams areas, around the lug nuts, around where the air goes, just where it puddles up. That's how I kind of wanted to do it. And then just kind of sporadically throw things in, you know? And here, let me show you. Then you got a whole bunch of rust here. Little flakes all through it. And still see the color of the actual rim. And that's even the seam of where the rim was cut together and put together. Little things like that. And one more thing, the driver's side rims compared to the passenger side rims are weathered differently. So it's almost as if one side was leaning down to the ground more, so it had more weathering to it. It's more aggressive looking, you see more white, more crackling of the paint, like right here. So I did them side by side so I can make sure they kind of matched up to everything. Same with the other side. I took those two and laid them up side by side so they kind of match up. And after all that, put a flat coat of clear, and there you go. All nice and done up. Matches up with the original paint job that I did for them. See, that side's heavier than the other, and it all matches up to the actual original paint job. So there you go. If you like what you see, follow me, like, subscribe, whatever you gotta do. All right, y'all, take care. Bye.